Good evening. Hello and welcome to free live tarot readings.com. No, not literally.com. Is that a website? Well, now I'm kind of curious. Is that a real website? Free something. I don't know. If it's free, it's probably on a website somewhere. Like with the name free or something. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, waiting for people to join. And while we wait, we will tweak the background color. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Afra, welcome. Rachel, welcome. I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing? How is everyone tonight? We are live and going strong. We're live and going strong tonight. I made another tarot card. And I'm pretty happy about that. I mean, I gotta say, I'm pretty content with the Magician. So the next one is going to be the Sun. Brianna, what is going on? Oh, congratulations, Brianna. There you go. Brianna got the new job, got a fancy new job and all that. So my tarot reading actually came true. Now that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I'm fine, feel a little tired. Hello, my hero. Hey, Bob, what's going on? Nexus, what is up? And Jen knows, well, what is up, everybody? Today, we finished the Magician card. So this is what it looks like raw. So this is my watercolor painting. And then I went into Photoshop and I added foliage. And then I added the splotchy stuff, and then I put the face in Photoshop so I could undo. So basically, I added foliage and some explosions of water, and pretty much it. And then recolored some things, color corrected. Anyway, that is what it looks like. So there we go. It did indeed. Hello, Veronica. New this site. Veronica, throw out some questions. Veronica, we'll grab a tarot over here and we'll tackle the question. How are you doing, Veronica? By the way, please hit like and subscribe, Veronica. We have 750 videos. We have instructional videos on how to read tarot in case you've always been interested. We do Lenormand. We got how to read the court cards, etc., etc. What is going on with Marquise? TTV, welcome. What is going on? Will I ever talk to M again? Let's try that. Let's try that and see what's going on with M. See what's happening with N. M. Will I ever talk to M again? Let's find out about that. Some nights it's reconciliation night. And so, last night was general reading night. You know, I'm not a big fan of the general reading. I think I can do like one or two, and then pretty much I don't want to do anymore. All right, let's try the Muse Tarot for this, by the way, in case you wonder what the Muse Tarot is. What is that Muse Tarot? It looks like that. Luthien, beautiful people. Speaking of beautiful people, Luthien is here. What is going on, girl? CC, what is up? CC wants to know, is there another woman with H? Is there another woman with H? Huh. That is a good question. We can check that out. All right. So now, let's see if you're ever going to talk to M again. I'm assuming that M is not the character of the James Bond. I'm assuming that's not, you know, the M. Wasn't M the boss on James Bond? Wasn't M the boss? I mean, we do have a king here. We'll check that out. So we're talking to M the boss on the James Bond movies. Wolfie, what is going on? It's good to see you. Let's see who else joined. I think it's it. All right, the Emperor and the King of Cups is pretty interesting here. This combination sort of points me to that you're pretty much in control of this. You're in control of this. You tried to micromanage it at some point, but it didn't quite work out. But ultimately, you're sort of in control of the situation. It almost seems like that they cut things off almost because of you, or even your recommendation or something that you did to sort of cause that in the first place. And then they sort of, wanted to get away due to other factors. They wanted to catch up due to other factors. But I think ultimately it comes down to you are pretty much in control of a lot more than you think you are, right? Basically. So the Emperor with the King of Cups points to this emotional attachment or this emotional thing that you sort of either cut off, or we had some issues, or we had some things come in between us when we're trying to get this started, when we're trying to move forward with this, and that thing is sort of something that you can remedy, eventually remedy. Just take a little while about that. Obviously, the Ten of Swords says right now may not be the best time. And hello, what's going on? The Ten of Swords says it may not be the best time right now to remedy things or to try to get some things back started. But given a little bit, I think, again, you have the opportunity to do that. And I think you're in more control over the situation than you sort of give yourself credit for. I mean, we are sort of surrounded, by the way, the Five of Cups being a terribly negative card, 10 being a terribly negative card. We're sort of surrounded by these things of basically factors that we need to wait out for, or we need to sort of get past us. But once that gets past us, again, the two center cards, the main cards of the reading, say that we are in control of that, and we do have some level of command over how those things sort of roll along in the long run. So, Lena, hello, what's going on? Well, thank you for the compliment, Lena. I appreciate that. All right, get the Magician done today. I'm all hyped. Tomorrow, I'm going to start the Sun, and I'm actually going to draw the horse in the Sun card. So, this is going to be pretty cool looking. Going to be pretty cool looking if I actually draw that horse. I'm going to be pretty pleased about that. If it looks decent, I assume I'm going to have to draw a white horse. I don't know. I need to get on Google Images and figure out exactly how the horse should look so it'll look okay, and then tackle that and see how it goes. Okay, is G being deceptive to me? What should I do? And CC wants to know, is there other women with H? Let's go to the other woman. The other woman, because I'm thinking the Three of Cups may pop up. It just might. It just might. Lena, thank you for your compliment. I appreciate that. Gracia, what's going on? CC, is there another woman with H? Let's find out about that. What's a good another woman? What is a good another woman card? I'm thinking the Revival Art Tarot. Revival Art Tarot. Should we go to the love screen for this? What do you think? Is the love screen on the menu for the other woman? Are we pajama free? No, we're not pajama free. Now we are pajama free. That is looking quite good. What is going on with that weird? What's up with that weird thing going on over here? Is that I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, so we'll try this out. And see how the other women thing goes. Are we gonna find other women? Are we gonna have a Three of Cups moment there? The Three of Cups sometimes points to other women. Not all the time. It's a celebration card after all. But sometimes in a reading, the Three of Cups may point to another woman. Could have the Lovers. Also could point to another woman. Could have Eight of Cups, where we're leaving, we're abandoning a situation for another woman. Could have the Knight of Cups as well, the Knight of Cups, with all of that stuff. Okay, we have a couple of interesting characters. It seems to be centralized around some court cards. So let's check that out and see how it goes. Three of Cups are reversed indeed. All right, the Knight of Coins. Now, we're talking about reliability here. Pretty much you throw down pentacles, you toss down some coins, you're going to get reliability. Reliability comes first, absolutely, when you have coins. The Knight especially, we're talking about movement, right? Movement. So when we're talking about a Knight, if you watched the TarotOracle tutorial video, obviously you did. We're talking about the Knight of Coins. We're talking about, not really that great with people, fairly sturdy, but a lot of movement and stability. So I think that they are stable. They're moving along with that stability, and they're pretty reliable with this stuff as well. So I think that sort of brings in some attractiveness or brings in some things. So I'm kind of curious, is this person currently trying to be unstable? Are they trying to do the tower thing to where the stability is just sort of dropped out and things suddenly just go wrong, or things suddenly just go awry? Because the stability and the tower, right? The rock solid stability of the Knight of Pentacles and just that not being good with people. And then the tower, it's sort of, we pushed ourselves into a different situation, or we forced ourselves into something that is quite unusual in this respect, right? And then we're over here to the King of Swords, a very arrogant, a very opinionated, uses the power to sort of be a bit more on the opinionated side, a bit on the brash side in some respects as well. So when we're going over here into that, it seems that something has caused this person to change their personality. So is that good or bad? I don't know, but they did change personality. So they have sort of morphed into something different, or something that's a bit different than how they started, because we went from rock solid stability and things like that. Jocelyn, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. So we're talking about the stability into basically almost an instability. I mean, not purely that way, but just sort of challenged because of some event. So if you're asking if they're within another woman, Julie, hello, what's going on? If you're asking about another woman, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I see that their life has taken a tumble and they got into some weird situation going on. He Gates Crossing, hello. And it changed their personality, or it changed their outlook. It changed where they're going. It changed that fundamental root of what they were sort of doing in the first place. So yeah, they're different. They're different, but I see absolutely nothing that would indicate that they're trying to chase after another woman, that they're with another woman, that they've changed in that respect or anything like that. So let's get out of the love screen and go back to normal. My friend Jay is starting a lip gloss business. Well, there you go. I've never heard of a lip gloss business before. Good luck with that. Let's do, Jocelyn wants to know, business. Will the business prop open doors? Will that business proposition open some doors or not? I think that would be a job for the job screen. We are pajama free as well. I'm pretty excited about being pajama free on the job screen. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. We have the Golden Tarot making its first appearance tonight. This is pretty exciting here. Pretty exciting. I'm just saying. There is a girl I have strong feelings with. She doesn't reply to my message anymore, but I can feel that we are connected. I want to know if she likes me and can we be together. Okay. Stuka. Is that the airplane? Isn't Stuka an airplane? A model of an airplane, I think. Anyway. Because I know in my war games, there is a guy called Stuka Joe, and he does videos on YouTube. Anyway, but I believe that's named after an airplane. An old war airplane, possibly. Not really sure. Anyway, this is the Golden Tarot. What do we have for job propositions? What are we sort of looking for here? I have no idea what this... I have no idea what this thing is right here. Okay, I got that. That's fine. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. There it looks much better. Much better. Yes, I got the airplane correct. There you go. All right. Yes, I'm not super smart. I'm just really bored. I have no life. Having no life gives you all sorts of good opportunities to learn useless facts. I'm just saying. All right. Think he's quite loyal. The card is showing. Well, there you go. With a business proposition open doors, Justice says it's definitely going to do something. The Four of Coins, you're going to be bleeding money. We're bleeding money. This is not good. This is not good. We're bleeding money here. The Four of Coins reversed. The Two of Swords were forced into basically making a hard choice. And the hard choice involves sort of either breaking this up or moving into something different. So basically let's break this down. Justice says that we are weighing Elena wants to know if there is a list. There is no list. I pick at random. Do I have a pick at random or not? Where's it at? Where is it at? Viewer count? No. Anyway, there's no list. I pick at random. Ask your question. We'll get to it. So Justice says that we have a balancing act here for this. There's some good. There's some bad. I don't think there's predominantly one of anything with this. So the business proposition that you have, I think, looks pretty good, but we're still sort of weighing on that. We're weighing on that and trying to figure out exactly where that's going to head. Justice says we could go either way, right? I mean, it's a balancing act. Do we dive into it? Is there going to be something bad that happens? Is this worth the investment? Is this something, et cetera, et cetera? The Four of Coins basically says we're just bleeding money from this. The Four of Coins is, I want to hang on. Elena, thank you for your subscription. I greatly appreciate it. By the way, please hit that like and subscribe. I am doing a new tarot deck, and I'm posting pictures daily. So if you're interested in tarot, hey, I got my own tarot deck coming out. All right. So the Four of Coins says we're bleeding money because we're holding on to the Four of Coins, talks about hanging on to it and getting a money increase. Part of the Four of Coins that most people don't sort of just dive into with this card is that not only are we hanging on to it, obviously, but we're also getting more. We're wanting more. We're moving into a place where we can have more. And when this is reversed, it's like we're just bleeding money at some point from this particular thing. The Two of Swords, again, points to making that hard decision or making some decision. It's also called peace. So we're trying to get within, we're trying to find out a way out of this. We're trying to find a way to stop bleeding money, basically, in this. So the peace, making the hard decisions, trying to figure out where we're sort of going through and all that stuff. But the Eight of Swords is sort of the finality to it. That's when we're trapped. That's when we're trapped. And I think that there's an opportunity to sort of get out of this and into something else. So if you're looking at opening doors, we could have that. In other words, we could have something to where we have a different opportunity. The Eight of Swords, we have that freedom from restriction as that reverses, and that could point to Stuka. Thank you. I appreciate your subscription. Check out the videos. I have 750 videos. By the way, Stuka, I am a war game fanatic. I have about 150 games. So I actually have a channel where I review war games. Anyway, so the Eight of Swords says we do have an opportunity, but the opportunity revolves around getting out of or getting away from or shying away from the money bleeding that we sort of have from the business opportunity. But anyway, good luck. Hopefully we don't bleed out too much money from the business opportunity. So let's see. So who donated? Yes, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. So somebody else donated via the Square. Let me find out who that is. Let's see. So Stuka has a girlfriend. We have Lip Gloss Business. There's another woman in the reading. Let's see. Can be added to the list. A fight with them, don't know. So I'm trying to figure out who donated. Hit like. I'm asking to feature her husband is Lizelle. Thank you for hitting like. I appreciate that. Let's see. He's flirting with another woman. Okay. There is a list. Okay. I have no idea who did that. But anyway, so let's skip around and go to ES. Wants a May advice. All right. May advice. What are we doing in May? Hopefully, we're going to be out of lockdown. Now, the good news is, in Texas, we are officially out of lockdown come Friday. And I am hyped. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Speaking of ready to go, we have all of these tarots. They're ready to roll. And I know somebody asked about it. Somebody wanted it. Somebody wanted it the last time. And I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and do the very, very popular deck. We're just going to do that right now. It felt like me, spiritually, emotionally connected. We hanged out. We're not in a relationship. All right. All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Witty screen name. What is going on? Bree Love, how are you doing? And Rosalinda, how are you as well? What's going on? What is going on? All right, let's figure out these are the stickiest cards in the history of lamination. I mean, there's laminated, and then there's thickly laminated, and then there's these cards right here. There's these cards right here. I like how you teach about the cards as you're doing other people's readings. Well, thank you, Anita. That's sort of the channel theme, though. I mean, that is sort of the channel theme. I do like to teach stuff and get people interested and excited about tarot. I just, I watch tutorials and I watch classes that are really boring, and I just don't want to do that. I want to get people excited. Like when I teach, I want people to be thrilled and excited about reading tarot, because I am, and I want to sort of get that across. I want to get that across to everybody. I want to get that across. Okay, so the Six of Swords, as far as advice goes, says it's time to move on. It's time to move on from the corona lockdown into something that's going to be a bit better. So the Six of Swords is a trip. And most of the time, we're talking about the Six of Swords as sort of this sad people in a boat, and they're sort of riding, and it's just this dark card. But in my tarot, I have no idea what the name of my tarot is, by the way. Angie, what's going on? In my tarot that I'm making, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the Six of Swords be from this dark riding into the light, because that is what it means. It means going from a place of sort of, bad and moving to some place better. So I think that this means that basically during May, we're moving into a better place. We're moving into something cool, moving into something exciting. I think you have all sorts of opportunities here. Rachel, this is the Mary K. This is the, or Mary L. This is Mary K. I have Anna K on the mind. This is the original version 1 of the Mary L. So we're moving into a better place, and that's good news. That's going to mean that May is going to be an exciting time for you. Things are looking up. Things are rocking. Things are going very well. And we're getting into the Lord of Blended Pleasure as well, that Four of Cups, right? Jocelyn, thank you. I appreciate that very much. The Four of Cups is the Lord of Blended Pleasure. So we're moving into the Lord of Blended Pleasure. What this means is things are looking up, but a couple of things aren't. A couple of things are sort of dragging behind. They're not going to be into that better place. They're not going to be like my tarot, where you're moving into from this dark into this light spot, right? In the Six of Swords. A couple of things are going to be dragging behind. And I think that these are things that have been bothering you or have been irritating for a while now. They're nothing new. They're nothing new, but again, the Six of Swords means a lot of things are going to get better. And we're moving into the Nine of Discs, this beautiful place to where we have all of the sprouting of our things that are going on, and sort of really looking up with money-wise, looking up with resources, looking up overall. The Nine of Discs is a very positive card. See, with the 9, we're hitting the top level of numerology. We're hitting that top number. The 10 is sort of not really the penultimate, but it's sort of like we've hit the top and now we're moving on to something different kind of feel, right? Because we're back to the 1 in numerology, but the 9 is like the top of it. So again, I think May is really, really looking up for you. I think a lot of good things as far as that. So as far as advice, don't be concerned. Don't be concerned with the couple of things that are going to hang around in May, because that is the Lord of Blended Pleasure. You can't avoid that. You can't shake it. It's going to be okay. But the last thing we're talking about is the Seven of Wands with being defensive. So the couple of things that are going to be hanging around, you're going to sort of react a little poorly to. And don't. Sort of relax with it, get it done, and get through May. I think it's going to be great. I think everything is going to be looking up. A couple of things lagging behind. Don't get too upset with those. Just sort of, deal with those as they come along. Addicted to You Tarot. What a great name. Hey, how is it going? How is it going? I like the yin yang thing you got going there. I do like it as well. Let's see. What did you miss? Brianna, I just gave winning lottery numbers, Brianna, on the stream. You just missed those. You're going to have to watch tonight. You're going to have to rewatch the entire stream to see those winning lottery numbers for Vegas. I mean, I'm just saying. They're the winning numbers for Vegas. You got to rewatch it. You got to rewatch it to get those. That's going to be important. There you go. Speaking of which, all the new people that came in, did you see? All the new people that came, did you see my magician is done? This is my watercolor magician. Now, I did hack this in Photoshop. I mean, I'm going to say I hacked this in Photoshop. I added foliage, and I added the sploogey watercolor stuff, and I put the face in Photoshop because I'm terrible at drawing faces, and I can undo in Photoshop. So anyway, so I did that, and this is now out. So now I have a few more cards to go. I think I still have, how many cards? I think I have 65 cards to go. And it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while, but that's going to be on Kickstarter in late May. What is the blockage in my relationship? Jocelyn wants to know. Let's find out. I appreciate that. Addicted to you. Let's see. Blockage in my relationship. Here we go. Let's check this out and see what is happening there. All right. How do I win a deck? I love the Golden Art Nouveau. Anita, we're not really giving away a deck right now. Let's see. I do want to grab this one, which is the Playful Heart Tarot, by the way. Everybody loves the Playful Heart Tarot. Can I find it? Where is it? Oh, it's not on the screen. It's right here. I got too many decks. Too many decks. All right. Let's check this out. I do need a name for my tarot. I'm going to drop these cards. They are really slippery. That's the only thing. I mean, I'm just saying. Is your deck going to be a really close clone of the Rider-Waite-Smith? Yes, sort of. If you look at cards like the Sun, I'm redoing that horse to be brown, and it's going to look pretty cool. But overall, it's going to be like 80, 90% loyal to the original Rider-Waite-Smith, but they're going to have better colors. It's going to have new meanings. So, for example, in my deck, the Six of Swords is riding from they're going from a place of darkness into a place of light, but you don't really see that in the Six of Swords, but that's what it means. So I'm going to modify it to make it better. I'm going to make the water look more realistic. I'm going to have textures, like if you have walls, I'm going to have realistic textures on the walls and stuff like that. So it's going to be improved, and it's watercolor heavy. In other words, it looks like watercolor, a lot like watercolor. So obviously subscribe. And you'll see pictures pop up. Every time I do one, I'll post a picture of it. So there you go. The Aqueous Tarot. Ooh, I like that. And then call your deck Copycat. Well, there are 7 billion Rider-Waite-Smith clones, so you just got to go with that. All right, you guys, there's no such thing as too many decks. Well, it depends. So let's look at the blockages in Jocelyn's relationship, and what are we doing here? Are we going to have a good blockage, a bad blockage? What's happening with that? The moon says, it's going pretty well. The Knight of Swords, though. The Knight of Swords is sort of looking like that. I mean, we do have a bit of a challenge with that. So obviously, we have the Knight that just came through, the Knight video that just came through, the King of Pentacles. The King is coming in 2 weeks, and then we're going to have a bunch of sample readings, but then the Ace of Cups with new opportunities and whatnot. So as far as this, the moon says you're not feeling it emotionally some of the time. So a lot, sometimes you're just not feeling it emotionally. You're not sort of vibing emotionally, and there's a bit of a disconnection. There's a bunch of weird sort of things going on to where you're just not 100% there. You're just not 100% ready to go forward with some things. And again, you're just sort of blocked as far as that's concerned, but it's not like a big thing. Actually, I don't see a lot of huge blockages. I don't see a lot of big things that would be, major obstacles to getting things going, or major obstacles to getting things rocking and rolling and things like that. But the Knight of Swords, a little bit. We do have a little bit. So the Knight of Swords, as per the video, is where we are sort of moving through. We're rushing in and not really with a good plan. And sometimes that's going to be difficult, because if you don't make a good plan, if you don't have sort of the end state or the end goal in mind, that's going to be a bit of difficulty with that. There's going to be a bit of difficulty sort of moving in and going through. So having a plan is going to be better than not having a plan. That's sort of what one of the blockages could be. We just don't have a firm plan or firm guidance sort of as we sort of move through. And because this is next to the moon, it could be emotionally as well. Like, where do you want to be? Or where do you want the relationship to go? Where do you want things to be headed? Is it just sort of riding with the waves, or do we have some sort of a destination in mind? And the King of Pentacles says that we're looking for too much stability. Brianna, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Will I like my work? Will I like my new job? Thoth, please, unless you have used it already. Oh, no. The Thoth. Brianna loves the abuse, apparently. So with the King of Pentacles talks about the very rock steady sort of relationship that they're trying to get in, or the rock steady stability that we're reaching for, and we're just not finding that. We're just not finding that. That's going to be a bit of difficulty. We're just not finding that steadiness that we're looking for. Could be because we rushed in without a plan. I don't know. Could be the emotional disconnects. I don't know. But the Ace of Cups says that things sort of move into a space where you're more comfortable, or you feel like you're sort of rebooting. And I think sort of that reboot of the computer, the reboot of the relationship, sort of brings you back to where you need to be. And I think things that are sort of start picking up eventually as far as that's concerned. But yeah, just don't rush in without a plan, and don't try for too much stability. Sometimes you just need to roll with it and ride those waves and see what happens. And speaking of seeing what happens, what is going to happen with the new job? New job, give me Thoth. All right. New job, give me Thoth. By the way, speaking of Thoth, okay, after I finish the Rider-Waite Tarot, I'm gonna make a TDM clone, and then I'm gonna make a Thoth clone. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes, because I'm interested in grabbing the Thoth and using it and hoping for the best. If you don't know what deck this is, where have you been? Where have you been? I mean, like, what's happening? What's happening there? Where have you been? Whoa, that Thoth just leaped out. That leaped out of there. Do a couple of shuffles. We got to get Brianna some good shuffling here. Brianna, make sure to watch the video on demand so you can see those Vegas winning lottery numbers. I'm just saying. I can't believe you left. You left the moment that I was handing those out. So we're having a good job, bad job, somewhat, sort of, slightly that way. I don't know. All right, we ready? Drum roll, please. Before I turn them over, I want you to notice that they're all upside down. Brianna, they're all upside down. All right, let's find it out. The Lovers. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's go ahead and dive into this. Okay. Workout ran too long. Kristen, what is going on? They're all upside down. The Lovers upside down. It just means that it's going to be sort of slow when we're sort of going in. We're not going to have a connection with everybody immediately. I don't see that as something bad. I see that as you're just not in sync with everything when you first start. Not too bad. Some jobs you are, like the one you got roses, right? But they laid you off. So, screw them. The roses or not, they got rid of you anyway. So I don't see that as bad. It just means it's going to take some time to get comfortable, some time to get used to the people, some time to learn the ropes, learn how people work, learn what they want as well. I do see this as positive, though. I think that there are some I mean, just give it to me straight. I think, okay, well, when we move into this, there are some people there that are going to be negative, but I think you're going to be isolated from them. I think you're going to get a glimpse of them. You're going to get a glimpse of them, but you are not going to have to be working directly with them. You're going to hear about them. You don't have to work directly with them. Not too bad. Being reversed says that that's pretty good. We're sort of flipping this. We're sort of flipping it on its head here, and that's not going to be too bad. One of the main things here is it's almost like you don't have any work. You don't have any work. You have this unusual situation, right? We have this unusual situation where we're really charging forward. Tabitha, thank you for your donation. Please ask your question. I greatly appreciate it, Tabitha. Hey, Tabitha, how are you doing? Did you see the new magician card? Have you seen the money trick? Mention a tyrant ops manager that won't directly work with. Oh, man. I mean, Thoth is killing it tonight. Okay, you don't have any work. What is going on with this? You don't have any work. It's like they don't have much for you. It's like you're not charging forward. You're not getting that done. The most fiery card in the deck. The only faster, more fiery card that we have here, we don't even see it, but the fiery card that we have is reversed, meaning you don't have much to do. And it could be because they're not quite prepared. Maybe you need to get access. Maybe you need a lot of different things sort of going on. But it seems like you just sort of challenged to get that going full steam. You challenged to get it going full steam. Now, the only card that really concerns me, is this one. So let's slide it over to where everybody sees it. Metaphysical Fool, welcome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Accomplishing tomorrow. Let's check that out. By the way, so somebody just donated and they said they want to ask a question. And who was that? Frosted Silver, out of print for ages. And it's still going. What if you draw a tarot deck? Interview because of this. Okay, so Tabitha. So waiting for Tabitha's question. All right, Tabitha, throw out a question. The only card that concerns me is this one. Now, we know what this one is. We know this is the Knight of Pentacles. And he's a good guy. In all of the books, we pretty much have this guy standing in a field, being proud of his work. Standing in the middle of a field, he has planted, he has watched the wheat grow, and he's standing there very proudful, very prideful, and all excited about his work and his dedication. And he's taken a moment to peruse all of that. Yeah, Tabitha, let me know your question. I appreciate you. So he's taken a moment to just appreciate all of it and to just, understand his connection with nature. Now, this is reversed. What are we talking about here? We're talking about that you're not going to have that pride in your work. You're not going to have that satisfaction. You may have challenges getting to that. And it may be because you have nothing to do, maybe because it's a new industry or something like that. Is that terrible? Is that horrible? No, it just means that maybe it's because that you're sort of new and trying to figure things out. It's a new place, new stuff. But overall, I don't see anything bad. I don't see anything bad at all. I just see that what you're saying. It seems like what this Thoth says that you're telling me is exactly what's going on. So I think you already know all these factors. I don't think you're in for any surprises. for any surprises. So how does Kendall feel about me after our separation? Or does he miss me at all? All right, let's figure that out. Then we'll get to Metaphysical Fool. Tabitha, thank you so much. I appreciate you. How does Kendall feel about me after our separation? Well, by the way, entertainment purposes only. Speaking of entertaining, there's nothing more entertaining than the smooth, luscious feel of 50 decks of cards. Right here. So we're going to find out with This Might Hurt Tarot. because This Might Hurt Tarot is always funny. And we'll go to the love screen as well. Wow, the love screen has that extra camera that I need to turn off. Okay. All right, now we have the love screen. A tarot deck with holographic would be nice, like the Doctor in Star Trek Voyager holographic. I agree. Tabitha wants the Rider-Waite deck. Well, unfortunately, I have the Rider-Waite all separated out. And there'll be another one here next week. But it is currently separated out and organized because I'm painting the Rider-Waite. So I do not have the Rider-Waite prepared and ready. This is, there you go. This Might Hurt Tarot, though. Everybody does love this. This is a Rider-Waite clone. And by the way, Tabitha, when I have my Rider-Waite ready, we'll get you a reading with that one. The watercolor weight. The watercolor weight. But I think, can you do that? Is weight a copyrighted name? I don't know. Is it? Tarot Magician, hello. It's so good for you to join us. I appreciate that. Is that a problem? Is weight copyright because it's his name? Should I have a new offer from AET? Okay. All right. Well, Brianna, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Jamie, thank you for your subscription and your like as well. Thank you so much. So what are we doing here? We got the King of Wands. As far as Kendall's concerned, the King of Wands is, moving forward. I think, okay, so here, this is complex. Let's go through this. Let's throw down for Tabitha here. I think that Kendall is actually moving on. I think Kendall's moving on. And I think Kendall sort of saw this coming. I think Kendall saw it coming. And they're trying to figure out how to move on. And I think they're pretty much actively moving on as well. I don't think they're hesitating at all. I think they're just sort of rocking the moving on thing. Because the King of Wands is all about having something a little bit prepared. I think they knew it was coming to have that tower. I think they have another tower. Because I think the person they're moving on to, or the situation that they're moving on to, sort of collapses from underneath them. I think Revitalized Tarot. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Tash. But I think that this sort of collapses. But they're moving on. They're finding somebody else. They have sort of planned that. I think they saw things go into hell a long time ago. And they sort of, thank you, Catherine, so much. I appreciate that. Get a check today. ED board, hit it right on the dot. Ooh, cool. All right. So, Catherine, did you have a question or anything? That is awesome. Got the stimulus check on Monday. SSA Tuesday. You got to check today. Man, you got it rolling in the dough. But again, they saw it coming. They saw the collapse. They saw the collapse. They saw the corona. They saw something. They planned for it. The Nine of Cups, they had plans. The Nine of Cups is all about sort of collecting things, collecting ideas, collecting things. I think that they started reaching out, talking to some other people, and got all excited about some other people and had them in mind. And as we're sort of moving through that process, they had some backups in place. The Moon, they're not connected to this new person. They're not really the person they're sort of trying to get. They're not connected to him very well. The Moon is very emotional. It's very stable, too. The Moon, what goes around comes around. It's all about cycles. It's also about the emotional connection with things. But the Moon says they're not really connected with this person. It's more of a, hey, let's grab a relationship. Who cares? God bless. Have a nice day. Going for that. Will it last? No, the Tower says it's going to collapse. It's going to collapse. But right now, it's more about they're really focused on moving on. They're focused on not really grabbing onto the past, not really trying to pick things up. Will it be later? I think so. Because of the Tower situation sort of hammering in there, I think that they will be coming back. So if you're looking for them, if they're coming back or whatnot, then I think they are later. Once this new thing collapses, I think they will be headed back your way. Obviously, do they miss you? I think that they do, but I think that they're trying to move on right now, pick up the pieces and continue on with all of that good stuff. All right. So we have Brianna has a new job, a second new job. Brianna has like choices of jobs out the wazoo. What are you going to accomplish tomorrow? That's very specific. Let's find out about that. What are we accomplishing tomorrow? TMF. tomorrow. Tomorrow, there is always tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, I'm starting on the Sun card tomorrow. The Sun card tomorrow, that is exhilarating and exciting. Speaking of exhilarating and exciting, the Shadowland Tarot is indeed all of that. So let's get off of the love screen. Let's get the Shadowland Tarot here. There we go. I'm trying to flip so quickly today. Thanks so much. You're quite welcome, Tabitha. I believe they are coming back eventually. There you go. Mystic Cats. Mystic Cats. Catherine, check it out. The horse, I'm actually going to draw the horse. It's going to be a proper horse. It's not going to be just a blob. So we're going to have a proper horse and a proper wall in the background. And the sun, ooh, Catherine, check this out. The sun rays, when they're coming out of the sun rays are watercolor blotches. They're not rays. They're just blotches of watercolor coming out of the sun. This is going to be the card. The sun is going to be the card on the cover of the box. So this is going to be the flagship card. So the sun rays are going to be blotches of watercolor. The sun is going to be sort of this big watercolor blotch in itself. And it's going to be bright yellow with orange highlights and whatnot. So it's going to be pretty cool. It'll be pretty cool. So what about tomorrow are we looking for? What is the question? What accomplishing tomorrow? The Hierophant says, don't be too serious with it. Don't be too serious with it. Try to get things done. The King of Cups, try to get things done, moving along, be emotionally connected, be sort of moving along with that. The Two of Wands, make good choices. The Ace of Wands, it's all about getting the next thing ahead. So you're looking one ahead. Okay, so let's say that we're playing chess. Kahaluni, hello, how are you doing? Frosted Silver snuck in. How are you doing, Frosted? Be better for me in the next 2 months. All right, Catherine, we'll check that out. Thank you again, Catherine. I appreciate you. So the Hierophant says, don't be too serious about it. Don't be too serious. We need to get, it's about chess. We need to get one move ahead, right? If we're doing chess and we're only thinking about the next move, then we're going to have some problems because other people think 4 or 5 moves ahead. And that's what we're sort of getting with this combination. The Two of Wands, about making choices. The Ace of Wands, about planning ahead. You want to start thinking like chess and think a couple, 3, 4, 5 moves ahead. What do you need to be doing to prepare for those moves? What do you need to be focusing on? Where do we need to be? It's not really full. Tish, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. It's not really all about one thing. It's about where are we going in the next few months? Where are we going the next few weeks? We need to plan ahead. We need to prepare for that. Could it be from the coronavirus recovery? It could be. When the coronavirus thing is calmed down, all the businesses are exploding. I mean, if you've gone to a restaurant that's opened back up, it's like a nightmare. Chick-fil-A has a line not only around Chick-fil-A, but out into the highway feeder. I mean, like out in the highway feeder. People are going nuts. It could be some of these opportunities are about to hit you. Making those choices, thinking 4 or 5 moves ahead. The King of Cups, getting emotionally stable. Don't waste time with aberrant thoughts. Don't waste time with wasted thoughts, worry, things like that. It's all about making those chess plans because the Ace of Wands says you got some big things coming up. We don't want to stumble into them. We don't want to do a Knight of Swords. We want to make sure we have that prepared. We have that ready. Hierophant upside down means don't take it too seriously. Get your plan, get things done, make a few plans, see which one is going to be the best. But it's not about accomplishing anything tomorrow. It's about making those 4, 5 moves ahead and figuring how to deal like that. So don't just be the Knight of Swords where we're going to rush in and hope for the best. And, God bless the Knight of Swords. I mean, I'm not trashing the guy. I'm just saying the Knight of Swords didn't make those plans, and now he's in a problem. He's a warlike person too, which makes it even worse. Okay, so there we go. All right, BS. Job offer number 2. There we go. Do we have a job offer number 2? My dad's Chick-fil-A is reopening Friday. Oh man, Chick-fil-A. I tried to do Chick-fil-A 2 days ago. I tried. I went at 10:30, right when they opened for lunch. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get my salad. I'm going to get a salad. Chris B, go ahead and post your reading into chat. There is no list. Donations take priority, then I pick at random. Chris B. By the way, hit that like and subscribe. We have 750 videos. Okay, so I went to Chick-fil-A, and I'm thinking I'm just going to order, on the phone, and I'm going to pick it up, right? Because you can't go through Chick-fil-A drive-through because it's wrapped around the building and it goes into the freeway. So I'm like, I'm just going to do the app, and you just drive in. There's no way you can get in. It's blocked off. It's like a construction zone or something. Not literally construction. It's just like 100 cars all packed into the Chick-fil-A parking lot. And I couldn't even get near the parking lot. This is at 10:30. This is not at lunch rush. I'm like, oh my God. I give up. Man. I just wanted food. I just wanted some food. But yeah. So long story short, when businesses are opening back up, it's going to be quite busy. I don't think you're going to have people like hesitating. A buddy of mine went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and he says that it was a frickin' zoo. Like, he couldn't even get in. So, and this was people picking up their orders. This is not like eating there. He said it was a zoo, and he could not get in. So, I'm just saying. Afra, can somebody tell me if he will read to me? Probably not tonight, but Afra, good news. I'm here every single day. If you are around at this time, any day, for the what? Brianna, look, that was a good shuffle, Brianna. You got 3 upside down cards again. Well, of course they wanted food, but my point is, when businesses open back up, it's going to be a zoo. I think everybody is going to, because here's what happens, in my opinion. We have a pendulum. Life is a pendulum. When it swings this way a little bit, then it'll swing back this way a little bit too. But what we did is we swung way this way. And when it's going to snap back, when businesses open back up, it's going to be woof, like lines around the building to get in. Everybody's going to be ready to go out and spend money, go somewhere, have fun. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, so let's look at this. Oh, why do we do that? They don't really. Yes, is from Baba Studio. Yes, TarotOracle. Is it from Baba Studio? Yes. So looking at this is not too serious. It's a pretty casual place. So, I mean, we are looking. Cece, I also believe he does not see my messages. Cece, I see everything you type. Okay. So we have a bit of a casual spot. A bit of a casual thing. Not too serious. Things are going to be pretty relaxed there. Maybe as relaxed as your old one. Obviously not when you start. Everybody's really serious when you first start. They're like, whoa, a new person, let's be really serious. But I think it's pretty casual there, is what I'm seeing here. I think that the problems that you've had with some other companies also don't really exist here as well. Right? We're looking for a very negative card here. Looking at defeat, and the Lord of Defeat is... So the Lord of Defeat being reversed is pretty good. I think that either the person left before you did, or somebody with some negative experience that happened there, and all sorts of interesting things sort of happened. But I think that's going to be okay, because when you come in, I think that you're going to sort of either replace somebody that may have been negative or may have been a bit problematic, and you're sort of replacing this person or replacing that position or whatever. So we'll see about all of that. The one that's kind of concerning me here is, why is that upside down? That's sort of, being defensive, trying to get some things done as well. I think that it's going to be sort of difficult to get started. It's going to be a bit difficult to get started. Not really slow. There's just sort of obstacles to getting started, or when you start, or when you begin, when you sort of go into here, there's a few obstacles about getting started. Not anything major. This is not a big card. It's not a big negative card. Reverse is not a big negative card. The negative cards are actually reversed, so I'm not too concerned about it. But I mean, overall, we're looking at that it could be a bit difficult to get started. Either something happens with your access, something happens with another individual, or something like that. But again, there is that. So I don't see anything bad about this job. I don't see anything just terrible. This sort of points to an emotional satisfaction with being there, so that's going to be good as well. But I don't see anything bad about this. This is looking better than the other one. I don't see any drama-filled person that you have to deal with. It seems that you're replacing somebody and pretty relaxed. You replace somebody that may have been negative. There's a couple of difficulties getting started, and overall you're pretty happy, pretty emotionally content, sort of riding through that as well. And I think it's pretty obvious that you're emotionally content with it. There will be a couple of signs or a couple of hints as you sort of move through the job and sort of get in the job that you're going to be, hey, this is something that I will enjoy. This is something that's nice. I really, sort of appreciate sort of being there. So anyway, there you go. There you go. All right. So let's talk about Catherine wants to know. Catherine, thank you so much for all your support. Catherine is very supportive this month. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Where did you go? Where did you go? Let me make sure I get the exact question here. The exact question here. So you get frosted silver. Then looking for Catherine's question. There we go. All right. Things get better for me in the next 2 months. Will things keep getting better for me in the next 2 months? Let's check that out. All right. In next 2 months, hopefully, the computer will catch up with my typing. That would be great. Okay, I did put month, but in my defense, I know it's plural, but in my defense, this computer is very slow. Oh, let's find out. Let's do a Chiro deck. By the way, I'm waiting for my Chiro cloths to ship. Somebody did ask for a Chiro Marchetti tour of all of my Chiro Marchetti stuff. Is the paid list done? I have one more, and then I'll do one freebie, and then I am out. We screen name Mr. Witty. It is done after this one and the next one. All right. But I am bailing here in probably 10 to 15 minutes. But Witty, Brianna, thank you for all your donations. I appreciate that. And good luck with your job. Good luck with your job, Brianna. See how it all goes. What are we looking at for the next 2 months? I think that you have some changes coming up. And they are for the better. Death into the world. If you just get two cards, and you're thinking, what would be the ultimate two cards that I would want if I'm going through some problems? It's going to be death followed by the world. I'm saying the opportunities coming up are going to be interesting. You are going to have to sort of go through some changes. We have some changes in order to get to those, right? We can't really sort of ride the waves. I think right now maybe you're riding the waves. You can't really ride the waves through this. This appears to be a break in the waves. You have a bit of a change, a bit of an alteration coming up. Death points to that alteration. And the end of the alteration, things are really looking good. I think things are not only are they not looking bad, they're looking amazing. And again, as everybody's pointing out, we have all majors here as well. So not only do you have majors, we're having changes into a much better place, changes into some golden opportunities or some great things. So again, the two best, this is a fantastic combination for what's coming up for me. Anyway, yeah, everybody in chat is freaking out about the spread. It's good. And I did shuffle. I did pull randomly. You saw it. This is illegitimate. All right. High Priestess says that as well, you're going to be able to sort of tap into some of your psyche or some of the spiritual abilities that you have been sort of working on or you have been sort of encountering lately. This is going to be an opening. This is sort of going to be an opening to that as well. So that's going to be good news. The High Priestess says that we're able to tap into our spiritual energy. We're able to do a bunch of things maybe we couldn't do before. And again, because we have all majors, this is going to be a big thing. This is going to be a big opening within your life and within your opportunities as well. Justice says that the court case that you're talking about, the court stuff, I think is working out in your favor. That we're talking about justice. All of this could be related to the court case either wrapping up or the court case going in your favor and all of this stuff. But I think we are sort of looking at that as well. So justice points to some activity in court, some activity going on with all of the legal proceedings, but tapping into your spiritual abilities, and the two best cards in the deck for let me know what's going to happen in the next 2 months. So yeah, they'll keep getting better. What is the change though? Are you prepared for that change? When the change comes up, just understand that we have majors, we have good news after that change. So even if it is a unusual change or a startling change, which I don't think it is, because death is sort of the ending of one thing and the moving into the next. If we wanted a big change, a big disruption, a big earthquake, we would see the tower. We don't see that. We see death. So I think it's a minor change, something sort of ending softly, moving into something. But good luck. And that is a fantastic spread. That's one of the best spreads I think I've had in a month at least. What is my sitting energy? What does that mean? Current energy. You may choose the pack. All right, what is your current energy? Sounds like a general reading, or a reading for energy at least. Maybe a general energy reading? I don't know. Let's see. What is that? Find out about that. TR. What is my energy? What is my energy? Let's find out about that. Yeah, I'm excited about getting that Chiro cloth. I have a Chiro cloth that says TarotOracle on it. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm not going to lie. I am hyped. Speaking of hyped, it's Christopher Jackson. How are you doing? How are you doing? All right. What are we doing? I think the Light Seers Tarot. We're at about the time that we need the Light Seers Tarot, because, you know, during the evening, it's always good to sort of hang out and just relax with the Light Seers Tarot. And then I will do one more reading, and we'll try that out. We will try that out. Chiro decks that are mass market are easy for me to get. Yeah, that Gates Crossing, that's going to be kind of rough to get those. I can't wait for that cloth TO. I'm hyped. I don't want to email them and ask, you know, hey, where's my cloth, or where are you at on the status? Because they do say it takes a few weeks. So I'm just going to relax and dream about it and fantasize about how cool it will look. And when it comes, I'll just be like, yay, a surprise. So let's do that. Standard deck for small tarot. Hecate's Crossing, or you could get the new watercolor deck by TarotOracle. It's going to look so good. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay. What is my sitting energy? Current energy. You may choose the pack. Okay, choose the pack. What is your sitting energy? It's all about, I think you're holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back from a couple of different things. I think you know it too. I'm not sure why you're holding yourself back, but you are. The Eight of Swords, being wound up, being wrapped up, being lost in that control. Is it something that benefits you? Is it something that benefits you? You sort of have to ask that question. You have to ask that question, because within the Light Seers Tarot, you're talking about somebody that mirrored action that you have with the Anna K. I think the Anna K was the first one to do the mirror thing. I think so. Anyway, Missy, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. But we're sort of looking at that. In other words, you're aware that you're tied up. You're aware that you are restricted. And it's time to get unrestricted. It's time to get through that. Why do we say that? Why do we say it's time to just get unrestricted? That could be a good thing. I mean, I'm just saying it could be a good thing. Like, let's say that you're trying to save money and you don't want to spend the money, so you're restricting yourself, right? It could be a good thing, but it's not. It's not. Why do we know this? Because the Eight of Wands. This is the rapid movement card. This is all about moving. It's pure, nothing but wand energy in the Eight. And the Eight is a stable energy too. So we're talking about moving in the Eight of Wands because they're flying through the air in the Rider-Waite, the original Rider-Waite, they're just sort of flying through the air. What we're thinking is, hey, that's uncontrolled, and that is not controlled energy. But the 8 is a very controlled, a very stable number. When we combine this rapid energy, this rapid movement, with the level of control within the 8 itself, we're talking about a very specific goal that you could be on, a very specific thing that you need to be doing, that you need to be moving on, but you have it restricted right now. So it's time to get out of that and to get across and to get through and to feel that 8 of Wands. Again, not a loose, weird energy like the Knight of Swords where it's just all over the place, chasing things around. It's going to all be all about the stable energy, things that you know you need to be doing. You need to, okay, now that I've spent like an hour on that, let's go to the Empress. Sometimes you just don't feel like yourself. You don't feel like you feel like you're trying to be someone else and you're not being true to yourself a lot of times. And that's sort of the Empress reversed. We're not being true to ourselves, as well as that three energy of giving birth, the 3 energy of sort of exploding and going forward with something as far as the feminine energy and being yourself and things like that is just not happening. It could it be being held back here, not taking that action? Maybe they're all related. Maybe the whole 3 things are pointing to one specific thing that you're trying to avoid. You're trying to hold back on. Maybe you're not ready for it. Maybe you're afraid. Maybe you're hesitant about doing some things. I don't know. It's up to you. But the Emperor says that we need to get back and be who you need to be rather than what other people think you need to be. Finally, we're in the 5 of Swords, the Lord of Defeat reversed. You're sort of coming out of a situation to where you feel defeated. Is it because of this? Again, maybe it's all sort of wrapped up within the same reading. But the 5 of Swords, the Lord of Defeat reverse says it's about coming out of that and not being defeated. I think that you're going to get into situations to where you don't get that feeling, where you feel successful, to where you feel like you've made some progress, you've made some headway, you sort of moving forward and things are exciting, things are going better. So I think that is pretty good with that. So, I mean, overall, we have an interesting combination of restriction, getting moving, being yourself, and getting into a place where you're not defeated or getting into a place to where things are getting better. So there you go. That is your energy. Yeah, I have not seen Shaker for quite some time. So Shaker may be busy. Got that all that. I know she works in a medical industry, so could be busy with all the Corona stuff. Abaya, hello. How are you doing? All right. So that is it for us. Thank you all for joining me. By the way, if you did not get your question answered, I'm here every single night. Come on back. I'll be here in 24 hours and every night. For the rest of your life, I'll be right here. So come on back if you didn't get your question answered. And I greatly appreciate that. We will see you next time.